Hello, we are going now to present the system map tool. Actually, a system map that has been developed to be well used when describing sustainable product service system and eventually applied to distributed economy. We will see the aim description, how to use it, the integration in the MSDS design process, as well as the system map availability and requested resources. So the aim in the description, actually the aim is that of design or co-design with different stakeholders and then visualize the configuration of the system. That means that we are defining which are the stakeholders, the elements of the system, and which are the interaction or the flows, either they are physical, financial, information, or labor flow. But how to use the system map? Actually, we have a board into which we define the offer boundaries into which we will position the main stakeholder. Then we have the system boundary where we have even the secondary stakeholder. But how to characterize the stakeholder? Well, we have a structure icon, then we have a characterization icon, and then we have a descriptive text. Another thing that characterize the stakeholder is the color. So we are using a dark violet for the provider. We are using a magenta for the customer. In fact, into the system map, we have a set of repository. For the stakeholder, we have repositories in which we can actually select the structure icon, for example, enterprise in this case, and then we select the characterization icon, for example, a decentralized energy generation in this case, and we substitute to the general one, and then we drag and drop this into the system map. The other elements are the interaction flows, and the interaction flows are described by an arrow, and as well as a textual description, and eventually with an icon. We have material flow that is described in this way, information flows, financial flows, and labor flow. And we have a legend that reminds us how they are characterized. There is another element that we add is the reading order, so which is the flows that happen into our system before then other. As well, we have a repository of interaction, so we can drag and drop into our system map. We have a repository of services and main services and some products, and we can drag and drop. Of course, if there are no icon, we can produce our icon, and everyone is invited when producing an icon to deliver this so that we can improve our repository of icon. Another thing that characterize, and this is particularly important for S.PSS, is the ownership. So we are using a dashed square around the owner of the product or the equipment, in this case the community that is owning the solar panel. As well as we are adding a square around actors that are in partnership. Even for this, we have a repository, either actually even of a modality of payment and the type of payment that is made. And we can drag and drop this as well as the partnership provider and the product ownership squares. But where we integrate the MSDS, the system map into the MSDS method, actually we can use it at the beginning when we are analyzing the existing system, so we can define the stakeholder and the interaction among them. As well, when we start to define the concept, we can visualize the concept in terms of stakeholder and interaction that occurs among them. And then we can use it, and it will be definitely more detailed into system detailed design. So many times we may have even quite large system map. The availability and requested resources. Actually, we can find a system map with a board and a set of repository of icons on the, the Lens International platform. This is open access and free to download, and you can find it in English. What you need a computer, a PowerPoint reader, because it's a PowerPoint-based system, and then it depends, but you can use a system map and it could take between 60 to 90 minutes, depending actually on the level of detail that you are going to give to the same system map.